Okay, so in the video for problem 10, I explained all of what I'm doing. If you haven't watched that video, you should watch it first because it's about 10 minutes long, but it explains everything really clearly in terms of how I'm finding my side lengths, in terms of, I'm not using the distance formula exactly, I'm using the Pythagorean theorem, which the two are very closely related. If you watch the video, you'll understand that. And I'm going to, instead of using the slope formula, I'm just going to calculate rise over run and do the slope that way. So I'm going to mark all of the sides as what their slope is, m equals, and what their length is, d equals, d for distance. So I'm going to do that now. I'm first going to plot these points and connect. All right, so there you see the figure. So what do we want to do? We want to identify what these slopes and what the lengths are for all of these. So what I'm going to do here, just like I did in all the videos, I'll just keep doing this in the same way. I'm going to make a triangle here. Okay, oops. Actually, that's fine. I'm going to use, I don't care if it's, well, a little smaller maybe. We're looking at this triangle, which is, if we go along the grid lines, it is a 1 by 3 triangle. Okay, so essentially the first part of this is that it's got a rise of 1, run of 3. So it's got a slope of 1/3. So slope of 1/3, and then if we were going to do the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or if you saw in the other video, it is really c is equal to a squared plus b squared and then square rooted. You just square rooted both sides of the Pythagorean theorem, and what you get as a result is going to be c. The length of this side right here, that non kind of straight side of this right triangle. By the way, that's the reason that this works. This is a right triangle right here, and this is then the hypotenuse that we're finding. So it's got a 1 by 3, so we say square root of 1 squared plus 3 squared equals c, or square root of 1 plus 9, or another way is to say square root of 10. And because 10 is simply 2 times 5, you need to see it inside twice to pull something out front of it. So there's no way to pull anything out of this, so we just write it as root 10. So we've got a slope of 1/3, slope of 1/3, and a length of root 10. Okay, and fun fact, if we look at the other side, we also get this same thing. Look, from h to I, we get a, just like here, we get a rise of 1, run of 3. Here we get a rise of 1, run of 3. So without doing all of the same calculations again, we know that we have a 1 by 3 right triangle, and we're going to get exactly the same measure. So I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to... Okay, now on to the other sides. And hey, because these sides are right along the grid lines, this makes this crazy easy. I'm going to draw these lines out here to identify what those are eventually going to be when we fill them in. But we know, we should know at this point, that when you have a perfectly horizontal line, what you get for a slope is 0. So we can write m equals 0. And for here, same thing, m equals 0, because they both have perfectly horizontal lines. And another fun fact about this is that when it's right on the grid lines, you can just count the number of units. It's when it's diagonal, running through boxes in a way like here, where you can't say that's 1 unit, that's 2 units, that's 3 units. It doesn't work that way. Different lengths as you go from one line to another. But here, it's all the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And same thing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So we can then say the distance is 6, and the distance is 6. Okay, so what do we know about it? We know that, of course, it's quadrilateral, 4 sides, but since we have opposite sides equal, and we do distance of 6, distance of 6, distance of root 10, distance of root 10, we already know that that's going to be a parallelogram. We also know that from same slopes. If we have the same slope here and here, that means those two sides are parallel. if we have the same slope here and here, then these two sides are parallel. So this is a parallelogram. Is it a rhombus? No, we don't have the same side lengths all the way through. Okay, all four sides aren't the same length. Is it a rectangle or a square? No, because we need to have negative reciprocal slopes here. The negative reciprocal of this slope would be -3, and that's not what these are. So we don't have right angles, so it can't be a rectangle or a square. It is not a rhombus because the side lengths are the same, but we do have opposite sides being equal and opposite sides also being parallel. So we know that this is a parallelogram, and that's going to be the most precise way of describing this. So parallelogram. Boom.